Hello and welcome to Flippin Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we are flipping through a MAD number 146, released October 1971. Our price, 40 cents, which is indeed relatively cheap. But first, I want to talk about a few things. The first thing is I want to thank my supporters on Patreon. And, I clicked off the thing. That is Ed Meisinger, Doug Guilford, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Kyle Bridget. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that I can keep earning it. If you want to support me, one of the easiest ways that you can do that is hit like, hit subscribe, share out the video. Leaving comments really helps as well, too. If you want to help in another way, hop onto my Patreon, patreon.com/flippinthrough. If you join my Patreon, what you will receive are some beautiful stickers. Join at any level. Join at $1 or $2 or $3 or more. You'll get a set of these stickers. If joining the Patreon is something that you don't want to do or cannot do, well, you can still get these stickers. Go to flippinthrough.com, and I have links to my Patreon, but also to Etsy. And you can buy a set of these stickers, $5. That's, altogether $5. I think that's reasonable. I think it's $5. It might be like 40 cents for a stamp. I don't know. I think it's free shipping. I hope it is, now that I've just said it out loud. Anyway, that is it. Oh, that thing? This is just a little something that I got from Andrew Goldfarb of Freaky Magazine. And it's a way that I can proudly show that I read Freaky Magazine. I got this in the mail the other day. I opened it on my live stream, and I absolutely love it. Thank you, Andrew. I so appreciate this. This really made my day to get this. I gotta find a good spot for it. This might be it, but I don't know. I might be rearranging things a little bit down here, especially since I ripped part of my paint off. Anyway, one last thing, and then I'll get to the issue. Kit Lively next Friday, March 19th at 8 p.m. He is a very talented MAD writer and artist, very funny, something like a lunatic, and I mean that in the most complimentary way I can think of. But anyway, I'm very excited to talk to him. He seems like a really great guy, and he's an extremely funny writer. So I'm pretty stoked on that. Now, let's get back to this. But before we do, I have something new. All right. I have the Pat Cam. All right. I don't know. Maybe this sucks. Maybe it'll be more interesting to see my face. You just let me know. So I chose this issue, though, for a very specific reason. A couple weeks ago, I had done an issue all about the MAD logos variants, the Kurtzman logo variants. And this is one that I left out. And this is a special pollution issue. So in the Kurtzman logo, you have skulls and tires and smokestacks and cars and beer cans and dead bodies. And well, the reason I chose this, aside from that, my faux pas of leaving this out, is because this is the first cover appearance by Al Jaffe. And Al Jaffe's birthday is on March 13th, the day that this is released. He's turning 100 years old that day. And I don't know, I just thought it was pretty cool. Any variation on these Kurtzman logos, I really enjoy. And of course, look at it, it's this beautiful Norman Mingo cover. I mean, it's a good cover. So I got to level with you. I actually recorded almost this entire issue without sound. So I like to go in without seeing them, but I guess that can't always happen. So this is this is something that I love, which is the MAD flag. The MAD flag, so it says, what's so shocking about the 17 by 28 MAD flag poster? See for yourself. And I'll tell you, it is shocking. If you haven't seen it, I kind of want to do a video on it, but I'll have to I'm pretty sure it could get me in trouble on YouTube. They're very strict about certain things. And this is filled with racial slurs. But MAD was pretty good at for a long time, making these sort of political statements in a very pointed way, in a point that sort of illuminated the ridiculousness of a situation. And I think that this was a very powerful piece of artwork, pop artwork. What would you call that? Design work? Anyway, we have the vital features. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what I guessed, and I'll tell you what I got wrong. This was Mark Drucker. I got that right. What's his face? Dave Berg. I got that right. This is Angelo Torres, and I got that one wrong. I thought it was maybe Bob Clark. This one, George Woodbridge, and I guessed it right. That's Aragones, and I didn't get to this. I figured out that I wasn't recording in time. So this, though, is pretty awesome, which is, look at, there's some peacenik. We got a Private Doves here. May I direct your attention to the enclosed from the Pacific Stars and Stripes, May 11th. It seems the 101st Airborne Division has a Private Doves of its own. Incidentally, as an avid reader of MAD for around 15 years, I am still keeping the faith. The issues arrive a little late, but they go fast. Over here, MAD returns me to the sanity of the real world. First Lieutenant James Calentropio, Way, South Vietnam. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of wild, getting one from Way. What year is this? 1971. Was it 73 that things ended, or was it in 71 that things wound down? Anyway, apparently made by U.S. Army bulldozer, this peace symbol stands out in the landscape near Camp Eagle, site of the 101st Airborne Division headquarters in northern South Vietnam. Now, I do like that the more aggressive letters that get sent in, but I'm cool with this too. Such snide remarks about our Honorable Vice President Spiro T. Agnew tend to corrupt the foundation of our firmly planted patriotism and undermine the efforts of our hard-working administration. Jarl Legis. Your satire on the movie Joe was so funny, I took a right-winger out to lunch. That's sweet. That's a little sweet story. Here we have Lover's Story, which I could be mistaken, but is this the one where the girl is like, love means never having to say you're sorry? Is that the one? This is actually kind of a cool drawing right there. I don't know. That angle is somewhat interesting. But yeah, I don't really have any. I don't have any interest in this. One thing that's kind of interesting to consider is I have just done a live stream where I was going through old cracked magazines, and it's there's a difference, right, between Mort's work and the work that was on Cracked Magazine, because it's like major leagues and then not quite major leagues. Like, they're talented. The person doing the satire was like clearly professional, right? Like, obviously they were talented artists, but they just didn't have that comedic instinct to do a lot of the stuff that the MAD caricature guys were just doing so effortlessly. And a lot of it is like chicken fat and backgrounds and stuff. There's just like so much empty space. Here we have Hawks and Doves. Hawks and Doves. One of the greatest ones ever. So, I don't know. All right, so Major Hawks He's driving some RC tanks. And here's the problem, right? This is why I guess this strip couldn't possibly go on. It couldn't possibly go on forever, right? Because at some point, Major Hawks has to learn his lesson. He has to realize, like, I can't trust this guy. I can't trust Private Doves. And look what happens. The peace symbol again. He's obsessed. Private Doves is obsessed. This is America, conceived by Max Brandel. He was conceiving a lot around this time. He was conceiving a lot of stuff. This is America where glory means death and death means glory. So this is the battlefields in Vietnam. And then my guess would be that this is a posthumous award being given by the president, where a dream is a reality and reality is a dream. My ward is a junkie. Famously, Green Arrow, his ward was junkie. Where nobody is a somebody and a somebody is a nobody. Where much is done about nothing and nothing is done about much. Where winners are losers and losers are winners. So I was just complimenting them about their like political statements made in such a smart way. And then we get this. It's like, this is just like, it's not funny, but it's also just not, this is like, I don't know, high school level political statement, right? Where it's like, I don't know. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And also, my man Nixon, he opened up trade with China, okay? But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, this is just, it's just so not funny and not entertaining and not clever. And it's like, all right, well, like there's some of the stuff like I agree with, right? Like, yeah, okay, we're going to the moon, right? But at the same time, like, people are in inadequate housing. They live like beside a dump. Like, it's abject poverty, right? That's a problem, right? That we have so much money to go towards that, but not enough to even really clothe and house children, right? Like this, right? Again, we're going up into space, but there's like epidemics. But there's better ways to make that point. I don't know. It's just lame. Max Brandel just made an enemy. Listen, I know how this is going to turn out, and I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to do it again to prove a point to Dave Berg. What is this thing with you kids? I mean, this wearing old Army uniforms for coats and old jackets, and using old Army knapsacks for handbags, and old Army cartridge belts for I don't know what. Oh, Daddy. All right, this gets me. It's like this high school kid, or let's say a college kid. Look at his friend is like bearded. He says, "Oh, Daddy." What? I never call my father Daddy. Presumably when I was like a child, like a very young child. Oh, Daddy. It's just a style fad with us kids. And where, may I ask, are all you military-looking kids going? To the Peace March. You get it, guys? And this one, honestly, I'm going to do this. I don't want to do this one either. This is so horrible. But it's, just wait till you see the new outfit I bought for the formal Saturday night. For once, you won't disapprove. You were against my sexy minis because you said I looked like I was ready for the bedroom. And you were against my sexy hot pants because you said I looked like I was ready for the bedroom. But you can't say that about this outfit. It's a pantsuit. You still look like you're ready for the bedroom. To me, pantsuits look like pajamas. Fucking Dave Berg. Oh, look at this one. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Va-va-voom, look at those mini skirts. I'm too busy looking at the hot pants. He's really into hot pants. Look at him bounce. I bet there isn't a bra in the bunch. That's the sexiest group of broads I've ever seen. They bring out the animal in me. Down with male chauvinist sexist. Women's lib objects to being sex objects. Starve a rat. Don't feed your sexist husband. Like, I don't know what the point of this was. Was it like, oh, they're both bad? Is that the point? I don't know. Golly. I don't know. Listen, I have to remind myself, I'm not mad at Dave Berg. I'm mad at the fact that I forgot to record the sound. I gotta take a deep breath. All right. This was great. This is such a great one. And I wish I could feel that original laugh of when I first recorded it. Look at how hard he's working. He makes beautiful music, and what happens? He gets attacked. That was a belly laugh right there. So here's the MAD Effluent Society Pollution Primer. Art by Angelo Torres. And then, who is it? Lou Silverstein? Stone? Oh, Cy Wright. I'm going to skip over that. I'm going to go to this beautiful, lovely Spy versus Spy. Here we have. Now, like, there's something about, like, when he draws regular people, you know, they still look pretty irregular because he has this sort of, I don't even know how to describe his style, but they just don't look quite right. Their butt crack showing. All right, so he takes a picture like a pervert, cuts them out. Ooh, glues them on. Every time. Always check it. That's why I always check my glasses before I put them on. All right. Despite all the demonstrations of dissent around the country, President Nixon claims that he has the backing of the great silent majority, or as he puts it, the forgotten middle Americans. Since these middle Americans are so silent and forgotten, nobody seems to know that much about them. MAD interviews a typical middle American family. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Hold on. You won't find anybody on welfare here in Midville. We got too much pride. This is a nice farm you have. What crops do you grow? Why, none. The U.S. government pays us a fortune not to grow anything. That's the least we can do for our country. Want to hear a good one? I get more money for not planting than I would if I raised crops. Hee hee. And they say you people have no sense of humor. Do you favor a gradual withdrawal from Vietnam? No, we favor an immediate withdrawal, just as soon as we win the war. You probably think it's corny, but I always say, my country, right or wrong. The correct quotation is, our country in her intercourse with foreign nations, may she always be right, but our country, right or wrong. Watch your language there, cravat. That kind of talk may be all right in mixed company back in the big evil city, but not here in the heartland of America. How do you feel about the long hairs? I won't find any long-haired brats in Middleville. Yes, I see your son has a crew cut. That's our daughter, Mary Jane. All right, so this is what is this just like dunking on middle America? Because if it is, I take offense to that. The only Americans that I want dunked on are those snooty elites on the East Coast and the West Coast, those dum-dums in the South, and then those other dum-dums in the South that's up north, Canada, and Alaska and Hawaii. That's it. All right? It's all fair game, except for Middle America. All right? Get it straight. But yeah, I don't know. I love that Paul Coker art. I love Paul Coker. But I don't know. This just seems sort of... Now this is brilliant. Recruiting posters through history. Arsonists, looters, rapists. I want you to join my shaggy horde and help terrorize the world. And I mean, so yeah, this is George Woodbridge, written by Paul Peter Porges. And this is just beautiful Woodbridge art. Like, just all of these, they're just such awesome drawings. Go with a winner. Enlist in the Spanish Armada. Make new friends. Go west with General Custer's 7th Cavalry. Re-enlist and re-enlist and re-enlist and re-enlist and re-enlist and re-enlist in the 100 Years' War. Stand tall in Bonaparte's Guard. Join the conquest. Go Norman and learn a specialty. Catapult operator, pitch bucket pourer, rampart stormer, battering ram rammer. Join the Phoenician Navy and see the edge of the world. And my personal favorite, I have to say, be patriotic. Join the Redcoats. Maintain law and order in the colonies. All right, so this is where I left off in the first read-through. A mad peek behind the scenes at a resort hotel. Artist Bob Clark, writer Larry Siegel. Ah, young love, isn't that nice? Just like our brochure says, Euphoria Hotel is a romantic spot, the ideal place to meet a husband. Are you kidding? If I meet my husband here, I'm dead. So this is a peek behind the scenes done in a slightly different way. Like, usually they have the whole, it's like one solid image, and you have like the cutaway walls and stuff. But I guess if it's a resort hotel, I don't know, it's all, they could have done it, I bet, but this is fine. The bedroom in 309 is in terrible shape. The 2 left legs are shorter than the 2 right legs, and you can't lie in it without tipping from side to side. We got trouble. Wrong. We got a vibrating bed. Put a quarter coin box on it and we'll clean up. That was something like the vibrating bed. What was that supposed to be? That seems like somebody read a Ray Bradbury novel and they were like, oh, the bed is going to rock us to sleep. And then they're just like, I don't know. Let's just make a bed vibrate. I really like Bob Clark's art, and it changes a lot. And this is a style, I don't know, I feel like I haven't seen all that much of. Usually he uses like heavier lines, I think. I think that's what's sort of just what I'm remembering, but I don't know. He's just such a talent. It's really amazing. A mad look at amusement parks. And again, I guess before people knew how to read left to right, so we do have the numbers. Look at how much fun they're having. Oh my gosh. I do like that one. I like that one quite a bit. That's what I was giggling at. Art imitates life. I feel like I've nearly had this exact experience. That's cute. Frenching in the tunnel of love, only to be discovered by little children. Oh, this is beautiful. House of Mirrors. He's cracking himself up and he gets socked in the face for being disrespectful, for being churlish. One fine morning, a million years ago. What time is it? It's ick to grunk. That's funny. I got ook after grunk. I love that Don Martin took 9 panels to make that joke. I love it. All right, who did this now? This is the one I couldn't guess. Jack Davis. Oh, man. Crummy day. Smoggy skies. Charcoal gray. On my way past where bullies meet. Is there a way to avoid Reality Street? You know what's funny is that this is a gag that's been since done to death. Right? I mean, it's like Dave Chappelle did this, right? Where it's like, you know, oh, what's it like in the real world with Muppets there? There's drugs and there's violence and there's this and that. That's, yeah, Jack Davis and Dick DiBartolo were already doing it, bro. I love seeing Jack. This is not his style, right? This is so, it's great. I really like looking at this. It's like the Cookie Monster is beautiful. It's cool. It's really cool to see artists doing like a totally different style. Here's the, I don't know what that is. Some grumpy ass thing. Hi, I'm Dirty Bird, and now it's time to count like the government counts. Ready? Okay. Military. 1 million, 2 billion, 3 trillion, 4 zillion. That's called escalation of numbers. That's very good. So here we have the Mad Fold-In, which, I mean, this one's so trashed. I'll do it. And I think it's been folded. Yeah, it definitely has. War crimes. Wait. Whenever troops camouflage some military site, they always try to blend themselves in with surroundings, avoiding colors that clash. Okay, here we go. Whitewash. War crimes. There we go. This is an incredibly political issue. But I mean, I guess this is at like a really crucial time in 1971. What are you going to do? But this is, who did this? I don't know. I can't. Artist Jack Thurston. This is, I think, a beautiful, beautiful Mad parody cover or whatever you would, I don't know how you would describe this, but the four horsemen of the metropolis: slums, pollution, graft, and drugs. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful painting, and it's, I don't know. I guess it's true. Is it still true today? Maybe they're different now, but I don't know. Anyway, so this has been Flippin' Through MAD 146, released October 1971. If you want to support me, remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, even if it's like, hey, do a better job next time, or if it's like, I enjoyed this video. Either way, it helps me out a lot. You can also support me at patreon.com. And with that, thanks for watching. Toodaloo.